Come with me to Winn-Dixie, where I show you how you can feed your family for less than $10. On this particular day, I had actually just come from working out. So the fact that I took a trip down the cracker, cookie chips, and all the things that I don't need aisle, that's what they should call it, all the things you don't need aisle. Winn-Dixie always comes through in the clutch, and if you go in early, they're normally not that busy, so it's a win for me. Today it looks like I'm dodging carts, but she did say excuse me, so I really appreciate the community. All right, let's go ahead and head over to checkout. They didn't have any cashiers available at the actual register, so I am going to do the independent checkout. Now, keep in mind, I just came from working out, which means I am still working out. This is like a super huge, heavy bag. Oh my gosh, you guys see the big bag. So let's go ahead and check out and make sure it is the price that they showed us on the sticker in the back. Let's go ahead and hit English this time. $7.50. So it is ultimately the price that they did list it for. We are going to finish and pay. We should have the receipt in a moment, and then we can go ahead and head on out to the car. So this is where the process is going to get real. We have cleaned our leg quarters and we are commencing to separate the thigh from the drumstick. We are going to break this down into 16 pieces of chicken. Now, I know everybody comes on the internet and they have like an easy peasy recipe, like quick 15 minutes, but this is not one of those recipes. This is like your grandma's recipe where your grandmas and aunties, they were in the kitchen, they were frying chicken up and they were cleaning it. And this is what they used to do. So we're going to do this today. And while we're doing this, I'm going to explain to you the girl math that your grandma used. And this is the reason why everybody in the household always had everything that they needed. So we've got these 16 pieces of chicken that we are creating from the thigh and the drumstick. Now, you saw earlier in the video where we headed to Winn-Dixie and the total price was $7.50. Girl math equates to about 47 cents per piece of chicken. It doesn't differentiate between the drumstick or the thigh, so like the smaller piece or the bigger piece. They all would pretty much break down to about 47 cents. And so all of the staples that I'm going to put with this meal, I already had in the house. Some potatoes, some asparagus, some cornbread, jalapeno cornbread mix that I made, jalapenos. I had all those items in the house already. So girl math says that this meal cost less than 50 cents per person. And while it does appear to be a labor of love initially, we're going to break this down into two separate meals. We're going to meal prep one meal for tomorrow, meal prep one meal for this evening. And we're not only getting double our bang for our buck, we are getting double our time because we're going to do it all in one. And then tomorrow I'll just pop that in or have one of the kids pop it in and dinner's done. And I get a free day from cooking. So it's literally a win-win. Now, this is a labor of love. I know you heard me say that I cleaned the chicken, and I did, but with these leg quarters, you are definitely going to be cleaning them more than once, more than twice, like more than 3 times. We are first starting by breaking them down in between the chicken thigh and leg quarter. We are then going to start removing some of the fat as well as removing some of any of the leftover feathers, any of the additional parts of the chicken that we see that we don't want. So again, this is going to be a process, but we are preparing a meal for this evening as well as tomorrow. And like, listen, can you beat it? 50 cents per meal? Like 50 cents per meal. That's the girl math your grandma was doing. Like that is the girl math your grandma was doing. And so I want to definitely share with you and show you some of my girl math that I'm also doing, because now look at this chicken. We are going to begin cleaning and removing some of the additional fat from the chicken. There's like this video out there where I see this lady, like shout out to you. I don't remember what creator it is, but she is pulling her chicken fat like that right there. that chicken fat. She's literally pulling her chicken fat out of the oven. And I think in another video I was telling you guys that some people use their chicken fat for seasoning. They use it to fry items, like not like French fries, but you know what I mean, like just small items they use. So we're just gonna trim off some of the fat. We do want to leave a little bit of flavor here and there, but for the most part, we're going to trim the fat and the extra skin so that our chicken thighs are lean and tasty and they can cook evenly and give us the finished result that we are looking for. So we have done all of the things. We have rinsed, cleaned with lemon and limes. We have cut slits in our drumsticks. We have patted dry on each side. We've made sure the skin is up a little so that we can put that good seasoning not only on the outside of the skin but on the inside of the skin, and we are ready to go to begin seasoning from here. We are going to add a marinade starting with Worcestershire sauce. Yes, Worcestershire sauce does go on chicken. We are also going to add mustard because whose grandparents were not putting mustard on chicken? I'm from St. Pete, so like it's standard, literally. So we're adding the Worcestershire sauce now to all of the chicken thighs, and we're doing 2 separate flavors. So some of this you'll see that we're going to add to both sets of chicken, but towards the end you'll see our flavors veer because we're going to do 2 separate chicken flavors for the drumstick and the chicken thighs. We're also going to add a little liquid smoke because it's going to sit and marinate so well for the chicken that will marinate in the refrigerator overnight. And it's also going to add the smoky flavor that we need to the chicken we're going to eat tonight. Now, this is truly the part that makes this my recipe and not yours, but it can also be your recipe because I'm sharing it with you. Here we've added smoked paprika generously. Here we are adding black and white peppercorn. We are going to add this black and white peppercorn to both sets of chicken. Now we are going to begin adding our pantry staples in regards to seasoning, our garlic powder and our onion powder. My family likes spice, so I'm adding a little cayenne pepper. Now I'm adding crushed red pepper and just a little parsley flake. Chicken's not complete without Tony. And now we're sprinkling a little Sazon. Let's add some dried cilantro and a little lemon juice. We're going to add a little lemon pepper just to give it that Cajun backbone. For our second pot of chicken, we're going to add a little Italian seasoning. This is where the process gets really fun. Let's grab those gloves. If you don't have any gloves, just wash your hands thoroughly and just get in there. If you are noticing, we have pulled the skin back so that we can get that seasoning and marinade under the skin, on top of the skin, on top of the actual chicken, as close to the chicken that we can get it, not just only on the skin, folks, but you definitely want to get it on the outside of the skin, on the inside of the skin, on the actual chicken. That's really important there. You guys see the video where they get everything, they get the seasoning everywhere, but it never actually touches the actual chicken. It is touching the chicken's skin, but it just doesn't touch this chicken. So, yeah, I mean, if you're going to follow that process, it's not my recipe. But if you follow my process, it's my recipe. And once you do it at your house, then it's yours. So we are literally going in on every piece. Like, I am literally taking my time and massaging the body of the chicken. Like, I am getting the body of the chicken, the actual protein, massaging that in, the back of the protein, as well as the skin inside and out. So you see how that looks after I have massaged the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up. Now, I am going to change gloves. If you don't have gloves, it doesn't matter. Use your hands. And just make sure you wash your hands thoroughly between touching each set of chicken. Obviously, I mean, they're both chicken, right? But you have 2 separate flavors that you're creating here, which is, you know, what we're going for, the meal prep. We just are doing a simple meal prep for 2 days, but you don't want to transfer your flavor 1 to flavor 2. So make sure you wash your hands thoroughly in between each flavor. Once you finish this step, this is how your chicken should look, thoroughly seasoned and marinated, front to back, inside and out. That looks really good. Now we are going to continue on with our second set of chicken. We are putting a little browning on that, and we'll let that sit as we move over to our potatoes. We're just going to give these potatoes a quick slice. Now from here, we're going to get these potatoes into a bowl. We're going to wash them. We're going to put a little olive oil on them and move on to cutting our red and yellow onion. Now, once you've got your onions cut how you like them, go ahead and move on to seasoning your potatoes. You'll see here, to our potatoes, we are going to add a binder of mustard. We are going to add our seasoning. Feel free to add what you like. From there, we are going to add a little avocado oil that will allow our potatoes to crisp really well. We're going to be layering these potatoes alongside a one-pan dish for the chicken thighs that we are preparing. So you'll see this here as we've got our chicken thighs onto the one sheet, one pan. We're going to put our potatoes into the crevices around, mostly around, a little maybe on top, but we're essentially going to just try to put them around the chicken, the protein that we have here. As you see, everything is seasoned and marinated to the T. We have not added a lot of salt. If you see here, we added very minimal salt just in our Creole seasoning. So there's going to be enough salt that's going to really come through when the chicken cooks down. We've added a superior amount of flavor. I just want to highlight, you don't have to add a lot of salt to really add a flavor base. Keep in mind, we added Worcestershire sauce and different components of that part, and that also had sodium in it. So we've got a really good flavor base going. Now we will begin to add our onions. We have cut up white onions as well as red onions or purple onions, and we're going to add these to our chicken and potatoes. From here, we're going to add a little butter just to ensure everything mixes together very well and it's creamy. If no one else will tell you, I will. Add a little cracked black pepper specifically to your butter, just the top of the butter as you see here. Oh my gosh, total game changer. And voila, we have our one pot dish, and this is how it turned out. So I paired it with some asparagus that I already had in the house. I already had rice. You'll see here I topped that just with a couple of potatoes as well as some onions. We had some cornbread in the house and some jalapenos, so I made cornbread jalapeno, or jalapeno cornbread, and that's how I was able to feed my family for only 50 cents per plate. Now, this is the second night, and I made a jerk marinade to go with the chicken drumsticks. I paired it with a simple mac and cheese with ingredients that I had. Follow me for more economical meals that are sure to win your family over, sustain your pockets during a difficult time, or just maybe maintain your budget.